Hello. Today is Thursday, August 27th, 2026. Here is your daily signal. Turning first to the evolving landscape of international trade, Fortune reports that President Donald Trump is preparing a new tariff aimed at penalizing China for flooding the market with underpriced goods, while AP notes mounting economic tensions between Washington, Beijing, and Ottawa. Previous rounds of tariffs started in 2018-2019, affecting billions in bilateral trade, and both China and Canada have long ranked among America's top trading partners, accounting for over 20% of U.S. trade in 2025. U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen is overseeing the latest round, with companies like Apple Inc., General Motors, and Walmart encountering significant supply chain disruptions. According to Reuters, U.S. tariffs on Chinese-made computer chips have now jumped from 25% to 35%, likely raising tech product prices, while Bloomberg highlights that Canadian firms, including Bombardier and Magna International, are bracing for delays and cost increases. The Wall Street Journal adds that Walmart may pass those extra costs on to American consumers. Near-term, shoppers should expect electronics and household items to rise 5–10% in price, while in medium-term, businesses may look to Southeast Asia for supply chain alternatives. Consumer boycotts targeting U.S. goods in Canada and Chinese electronics stateside continue, and trade tensions could escalate further, with both China and Canada debating retaliatory tariffs. Next, onto defense and technology. In the realm of defense innovation, Business Insider reports the U.S. Navy has unveiled its next-gen missile, capable of launching from inside an F-35 jet and threatening enemy aircraft over 280 miles away. This marks another step in the Pentagon's drive for greater air-to-air reach as rival China fields its own long-range missiles. Long-range missile systems such as HIMARS and Tomahawk have become essential since the 2010s, and urban warfare training programs, increasingly using VR and AI, were notably adopted in NATO exercises from 2018 onwards. Major defense contractors like Lockheed Martin, Raytheon Technologies, and Israel Aerospace Industries are leading this push, with oversight by NATO and the U.S. Department of Defense, who allocated over $7 billion to missile R&D for fiscal year 2025. Meanwhile, Taiwanese troops, as covered by Business Insider, are training in city streets and alleys, preparing for urban combat scenarios against China. The near-term impact is likely to be increased missile accuracy and more effective urban warfare capabilities, potentially reducing collateral damage. Rapid adoption of AI-powered training may improve soldier preparedness, while medium-term integration of missile and urban warfare technologies could spark new arms control negotiations and shift regional security alliances. Next, onto scientific advances in space propulsion. Turning to the world of space technology, Next Big Future reviews the first orbital test results for the IVO quantum drive, an experimental propulsion system inspired by quantized inertia theory, introduced by Dr. Mike McCulloch in 2007. Quantized inertia represents a radical new approach to inertia and promises the possibility of propellantless propulsion for spacecraft. The quantum drive, developed by IVO Limited and launched aboard a CubeSat on June 23, 2026, seeks to evaluate thrust performance and compatibility with satellite hardware. According to the official report, released August 27, 2026, the quantum drive achieved a measured thrust of 0.27 millinewtons during orbital operations. ESA confirmed that the CubeSat maintained a stable orbit over 12 hours of continuous operation. Lead researcher Dr. Mike McCulloch affirmed that the test data supports the predictions of quantized inertia, and plans are underway for larger-scale experiments. Near-term, these successful tests may fuel new investment in propellantless propulsion research and satellite integration. If quantum drive technology proves reliable, it could disrupt traditional propulsion markets, lower launch costs, and accelerate adoption for deep space exploration within 5 years, potentially leading to full-scale spacecraft demonstrations after further testing. Now, onto the markets. International stocks showed a mixed performance, with Germany rising 0.59% as EWG added strength, while France declined 1.54% and EWQ was the top loser. United Kingdom edged down by 0.47% and Italy fell by 1.22%, but Taiwan surged 2.1% to lead the region. Commodities were broadly higher, gold climbed 0.3% and GLD gained, silver jumped 1.91% making SLV the standout gainer, and U.S. oil advanced 2.09%. The S&P 500 rose 0.65% with SPY leading sector gains, while semiconductors outperformed as stocks moved up 1.95%. Favorites stocks saw outperformance from Microsoft, which rallied 1.75% and finished at $505.06, while Nvidia soared 8.74% as the session's strongest mover. Among stocks, Inc. soared over 800% and VAI jumped 188%, making both the day's top gainers, while SMJF suffered a steep drop of 87% and GFAO lost 86%, marking the sharpest declines. That's it for today. You can find more news and details on our website. Goodbye.